He loved his daughter Julia. He had just divorced her mother and knew that if he wanted to have custody of her, he would have to be in control of his schedule. So he worked for a consulting firm that he had to travel every week. So he knew if he went into court, they'd say, no way, they're getting custody of this job, you're never home. So he struck out on his own, and he did this for 9 years before we met. Consulting was the perfect career for Kevin because he was passionate about sharing his ability to look at business and find areas of improvement. Kevin had several businesses during our marriage, often partnering with friends. He even started flipping houses in Arizona as a hobby. And so that one was hard as we found out you have to be hands-on because contractors can take you to the cleaners. So we moved on from that, but that's how we discovered Arizona. So as a consultant, Kevin eventually focused on the landscape community. He became like a guru. He'd go to everybody that was having any type of convention. Kevin was the keynote speaker. And pardon the pun, but he loved the down-to-earth character of the owners of the landscape companies. Almost all of his clients became his friends. And then eventually he would say, hey, I think this client, I think you'd like his wife. So I started traveling with him and meeting the wives, and we'd end up vacationing together. So while he was doing this, Kevin would recommend a software program to his clients. And one day, the partner of this firm that owned the software approached him and said, hey, look, I'm not getting along with my partners. How about we buy out the software and we just run it, you and I. Well, that didn't work out. The partner said no to his friend. And so they ended up having to make their own software, which became a blessing because it was a better software. So in 2014, Kevin created Aspire Software. 2 months later, he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So he felt that in good faith, he needed to call up all his investors and let them know, hey, you guys just gave me a bunch of money and I'm sick. But they all said, no, we have faith in you. We know you can make this happen. So he went on, and for the next 7 years, he battled the stage 4 cancer and grew the company to over 200 employees. He would make calls to sell the software like Raz coached for me from his software, from his hospital bed and chemo chairs. He was unstoppable. So Kevin and his partner had differing views of what software should do and what success was. Kevin was always striving to improve, and his partner was good. Oh, we've reached a plateau. We're good here. I can just relax and bring in the money. So kind of got a little contentious. So Kevin sold the company in 2021, and he stayed on in an advisory position, and his partner took more of a managerial position. Kevin wrote about it in his book and said how he felt his partner had betrayed him. And so his partner got wind of it, and even though Kevin didn't mention his name, his partner got him fired from his own company while he was undergoing chemo. So it was a little rough. So, but I told him, hey babe, you're in good company. Steve Jobs got fired from Apple. That worked out well. So Kevin established the Kehoe Family Foundation in 2021 when we sold the company, because he said, what on earth are we going to do with all this money? We had a simple lifestyle. So one of the first things he did was reach out to Hillsdale, and he was so excited about this program. Because he had always said when he was young, he's like, I wish I had a mentor. I maybe would have gotten further in life, earlier in life. So he just was thrilled with this program. This was everything for him. Kevin and I also donated to Turning Point USA, and the National Association of Landscape Professionals. What I do is I give out scholarships, because I think you guys are our future. I'd rather give you guys money than politicians. So you guys are what's going to change the world. The politicians aren't going to change the world. They're in it to make money, so that's a done deal. So Kevin never spent a dime on himself. He died in September 2022. Raz asked me to tell you how he balanced work and business. I used to joke that the success of our marriage was due to the fact that he was my weekend husband. It really was. On the weeks that we did not have custody of his daughter, because it was week on, week off, on a Monday morning, I would go to work at 4 in the morning, then I'd take a lunch break at 6 in the morning, come back to the house, pick him up, drive him to Orange County Airport, and then go back to work. And then on Fridays, I would pick him up. First thing we did is he would change in the car as we're driving home from the airport, and we'd go to the gym. That's where we met. So, I mean, we lived at the gym when he was there. So, I never missed a day. He said he used to brag to fellow travelers that his wife was the only wife that picked him up and dropped him off. None of them said their wives did that, so brag about that. But every Monday evening, when I go to bed, I'd lift my pillow, and there was a note under my pillow. And then I would slip a card. It was a ritual. Both they were doing it, but we'd pretend we didn't see each other doing it. And I would slip a card into his suitcase because I'm not as a prolific writer as Kevin. So I had to rely on Hallmark for my sentiments. So I brought you guys some samples of his notes. So men, listen up. This works. Hi, honey. Travel yuck. Winter yuck. Missing you yuck. Seeing you Friday night, yum. Bye till Friday, PM, sweetie. Miss you, have a good week. Smile, life is okay. Keep seeing the bright side. There's enough darkness created by everything else. Here's a hug, be positive about you. Everything is good and will be. Water is on, so don't water the yard, just the pots inside and out. Take the car to the dealer for recall stuff too. Love, Kay. My love, in parentheses, Mrs. Kehoe. I love you and will miss you every day and night. And as always, I count the minutes until I see you, your beautiful smiling face at the airport. You are always in my heart and mind. I miss you tonight, tomorrow, and ... Love, Mr. Kehoe. So Kevin was funny. He lived by a strong set of rules, but he also couldn't follow other people's rules. So this was why when we moved to Arizona from California, he refused to move into a gated community because we had issues with our HOA in California, so he's like, not doing that again. So he writes about this stuff in his book, so it's full funny reading. So he lived by the 21 Suggestions for Success by H. Jackson Brown, so I thought I'd read them to you. Marry the right person. This one decision will determine 90% of your happiness or misery. Work at something you enjoy that's worthy of your time and talent. Give people more than they expect and do it cheerfully. Become the most positive and enthusiastic person you know. Be forgiving of yourself and others. Be generous. Have a grateful heart. Persistence. This is why he was a great salesman. He never gave up. People just got tired of him. They're like, fine, yes, I'll buy it. Discipline yourself to save money, even on the most modest salary. Treat everyone you meet like you want to be treated. Commit yourself to constant improvement. Commit yourself to quality. Understand that happiness is not based on possessions, power, or prestige, but on relationships with people you love and respect. Be loyal, be honest, be a self-starter. Be decisive, even if it means you'll be sometimes wrong. Just decide, Lorraine. You always say, just decide, we can fix it. Stop blaming others. Take responsibility for every area of your life. Be bold and courageous. When you look back in your life, you'll regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did. Take good care of those you love. Don't do anything that wouldn't make your mom proud. So 1 and 2 were the most important to Kevin, but I also feel that being an entrepreneur, number one, marry the right person, pick the right person as a partner. That is very important. This last partnership Kevin had went way wrong. You know, we're like, wow, how did we misjudge this car? I joke that the way to tell the difference between both of them is when Kevin sold his company, he put $20 million into a foundation for charity. His partner bought 2 matching Maseratis. So there you go, right there. That was the difference. So a little bit about me, like Raz said, I'm an immigrant, legal. Came here from Scotland when I was 12. I graduated high school with honors, but didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. And apparently my counselors didn't really care. No one approached me, and coming from an immigrant family, sometimes they don't know how things work. So I thought, well, if I don't know what I want to do, I can't go to college, because they need to know what I want to do. So I never went to college. Not an excuse, because I could have gone later, so I got a job in the grocery store, and I worked there for 36 years. It really is true that opposites attract. Kevin was an A-type personality, and I was more a C-type. But he was always pushing himself and wanting to leave his mark on the world, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm in the background, I'll watch you. But our personalities managed to complement each other, and we have the same value system. You know, you don't have to you didn't have to like the same things about everything. But so you could say I'm a light bloomer because Kevin would always say I needed to have a purpose in life, and I used to always tell him, "But you're my purpose." And he used to say, "Strive higher." So then he got cancer, so my purpose in life became keeping him alive. And boy, did we fight for that. Kevin was a warrior. That's why I wear this wonderful bracelet that my friend Gina got me. The last thing he said to me before he died was, "I was a warrior, right?" So I wear warrior. He suffered through 8 years of surgeries and chemo. So at the end, I had the nurses at the Mayo Clinic. Nurses are wonderful. My friend over here is a nurse. And they showed me how to cath him, how to take care of his wounds. So I wanted him home. So I had 10 whole days of him at home. It was a party at our house. We had like a dozen people every day, friends, family. So he died surrounded by friends and family. It was amazing. 3 years before we died, we had picked a beautiful cemetery in Newport Beach, overlooking the ocean, just like our view from California. We had an ocean view. So I joke that he has the same view of the Pacific Ocean we had from our home there, and the politics don't bother him anymore. He always said he loves Arizona, but he says, like, cemeteries are ugly, don't bury me here. So they say you die twice. One time when you stop breathing, and a second time when somebody says your name for the last time. So my purpose in life now is to keep my husband's memory alive. He has made it somewhat easier for me because he wrote this amazing book. So I joke that when I get to heaven, I wonder if he'll yell at me because I don't make any money on the book. I just order them and give them out. I carry a book with me in my car, and I met Victoria on a plane. She was sitting next to me, and so by the time we get off the plane, we'd exchange numbers, and 2 days later, she texted me a picture of herself holding Kevin's book. So it's such a wonderful book. So I hope that you'll all read it because being entrepreneurs, he's got some good ideas about, some stories about being an entrepreneur. So I find it might be helpful. So my journey in life has evolved these past 2 years. So when Kevin died, I thought I'd never get out of bed again. My wonderful friend Gina helped me adjust to my new life. She's amazing, and it has so many of Kevin's qualities that one day we were driving in the car and I turned to her and I go, "Oh my God, I know why I love you. You're Kevin, you're so bossy, I love that about you." So, when Kevin first died, I was really mad, and I'd be out in public and, so I started going to the gym again and I'd be mad. I'd look at couples and I'd look at old men that were suffering and I'd go, "My husband was so vibrant up until he died. Why are you still here and my husband isn't?" And then one day I had this epiphany. I shouldn't be mad at God for taking him away. I should be thanking God that he gave me the gift of Kevin. So I look around at some people in their marriages, and not very good marriages, so choose wisely. And so it was a blessing. God gave me a blessing. So I shouldn't be mad, I should be happy. And then one of the wonderful things about Kevin is, like I said, he was ill for so many years. That one day he told me, "Honey, when I wake up in the morning, I have to choose to get out of bed, and I have to choose happiness." So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to choose happiness. So that's why I was able to move on, and I experienced true love. A lot of people don't have that. So, and God also didn't break my heart. He broke it open, because now I feel like everyone that comes into my life, Kevin's sending. He's still taking care of me. He's sending people into my life to help take care of me. So he was just amazing, and I'm sad that none of you got to meet him because, like I said, this was his dream. This really was his dream because he had said to me, "When I retire, I would like to go into teaching. I would love to teach a history class." So, and I'm blessed now with the wonderful friends I have. and then through the kindness of Charlie Kirk from Turning Point, the National Association of Landscape Professionals, and of course Hillsdale College, that I get to come and talk to students. And I mean, it's my favorite subject. And he told me one time, he's like, honey, the sad thing is, a couple of months after I die, everybody will forget about me, no, but just you. But I'm like, that is not gonna happen. So, through my husband's foundation, I get to give money to deserving charities that affect changing someone's life in a positive way. I do this knowing that it's a privilege endowed by me only because my husband was a brave and hardworking entrepreneur, just like all of you. So, thank you. I appreciate it.